Hi, I'm Stephanie Laska. I lost 140 pounds and created Dirty Lazy Keto. Thanks for joining me here on the YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and enjoy the show. Well, you might be wondering how to do the keto diet egg fast or some kind of other similar shortcut, right? Have you ever wondered it? It's okay to admit it. It's okay. No one's really looking at you. But seriously, though, you might be wondering like how to do a keto diet egg fast or some kind of shortcut, right? You just want to go, there's got to be a way to cut some of this hard work in half, maybe trim off some of the efforts, maybe trim off some of the path. So I get it. I think that's normal. There's nothing wrong with you. And it's, everyone wants to lose weight on the keto diet fast and make it a little easier. And you might even be hoping that if you do like a keto diet egg fast, you might even take the time it takes to reach to goal and maybe just cut it completely in half. Do you see my saw? You want to get into ketosis, right? You're like, I can't take it anymore. Like, get me there, get me there, get me there. No, I get it. It's very normal. Everyone goes through these urges. And I'm going to help you with this problem, okay? Because if it hasn't crossed your mind yet, I'm sure that it's coming. It will happen at some point. But I want to give you the secret to all of this. I want to give you some tips and some answers about the egg fast and any other kind of shortcut. I'm going to tell you the truth today. And spoiler alert, it's not going to have any eggs in this video. I know. You're like, seriously? That's cheating. Well, it kind of is. But I know I mentioned a prize, and I do want you to stay tuned. I want you to stay with me because I have a plan for you. And I want to give away a prize to someone who's participating in the comments. Okay? Should we see what the prize is? So how this works is I'm going to choose someone at random from the comments. And that person will win a prize. And, it's a good one too. Today's prize is going to be a copy of Dirty Lazy Keto, Get Started Losing Weight While Breaking All the Rules. This is like your one-stop shop, your Bible, your keto go-to how-to handbook. It's got everything you're going to need to know about how to get started, how to stay motivated, and answer all these kind of basic questions. And you can get this on, the library. You can get it on ebook. You can get it in paperback. You can order it from Barnes & Noble, Amazon, wherever you like to shop for books. I know, right? Easy peasy. So today we're going to be talking about 5 reasons. 5. I'll put this away. Woo! Reaching behind me. We're going to talk about 5 reasons why I'm going to acknowledge why you may want to do this keto diet egg fast or take a similar shortcut. I'm going to acknowledge these 5 reasons why you might want to do that, but also offer a alternative and what you can do instead that's going to be even better than one of these temporary fixes, okay? So I have 5 areas I want to explore today, right? And they all have to do with cutting the time, cutting the carbs, cutting the process, because I know you want to get there faster. And I get that. There's nothing wrong with you for wanting that. You're human. Nobody wants to go through anything more difficult than they need to. But number 1, if for some reason you were thinking this whole egg fast thing, this egg, what you're like, do I have to eat eggs? Is that part of keto? I think we all assume that everyone's up to something devious, but that may not be the case. It may possibly be that you just heard from the person next to you at work or, read it online. You thought, well, I have to because that's what people do, right? So if that is maybe part of your mindset or the reason why you wanted to watch this video or tune in today with some of your questions, I want to reassure you that no egg fast, no, is needed to lose weight on the keto diet or specifically on Dirty Lazy Keto. So no. That's not a requirement. Nope. I get that a lot, especially from beginners. They'll say, oh, okay, I'm ready. How do I start the egg fast? And I'm like, whoa, no. Another one popular for new folks, as far as making assumptions, people will say, well, do I have to eat a bunch of beef and butter? Okay. I don't know if that one's died down a little bit more, but the beef, the butter, it's kind of like a rumor mill, a myth, an urban legend, if you will. This is not part of keto. It's not part of Dirty Lazy Keto. So go ahead and put that in the trash. Get rid of it. Save it for dinner, obviously, but That is not part of any kind of regimen. And I just want to reassure you, if you were thinking, okay, I'm going to have to, if it wasn't the beef and butter fast, if it wasn't the egg fast, you might start thinking, well, I must have to, slurp down a bunch of weird MCT oil or some kind of exogenous ketones or drink some kind of weird shake I've never heard of or I'm not comfortable with. A lot of people are like, okay, it says keto, I better drink it all or buy it all. None of that is necessary. And especially not any kind of weird thing you find online about drink this, powder this, swill this. All these kind of magic solutions or shortcuts that you might have heard of, especially these false promises. Most of them are scams. Hello. So, no, let's pass those by. Just to clear that up, I didn't want anyone to be mistaken about my position on any of that, but none of that's needed. The exogenous ketones, the pills, the powders, the shake, the wraps, any kind of strange food that says keto, you must have it. No, you must not. Normal food from everyday grocery stores is all you need. So get your little grocery bag, head on over to Walmart or whatever supermarket is in your community, and just fill it with regular food. Okay, there's nothing fancy or expensive ever required to lose weight and to do it in a healthy, long-term solution way. So let me reassure you on that one. I know it's tempting though, so I get it, but that's not part of our program. It's not necessary at all. So that was number 1. We did good, right? Making progress. So number 2, and I'm going to go through 5 of these. Number 2 is a lot of people might be tempted to go down this whole path of shortcuts and, even just considering these kind of egg fasts or different twists and turns. I see a lot of folks doing this because they are mad at themselves. They've had some kind of a cheat day or a cheat month, cheat 6 month, cheat year, right? We all know how that spins out of control. And they're mad at themselves, and they want to pinch themselves. They want to I'm so mad. Why did I do that? I went off the rails and I thought I could just have some mashed potatoes at Thanksgiving. And suddenly that turned into, summer vacation. And suddenly that's the next Christmas. And oh gosh, then a whole year goes by. Am I lying? So don't punish yourself. Okay. Don't be trying to pinch yourself back into reality. I think when that happens, you've got to realize chaining yourself to some kind of egg regimen or beef and butter or some drink that you're supposed to have really expensive all the time. These are just handcuffs that are chaining you to something that's not going to work for, much longer than the time you finish the product. You're being cheated and you're cheating yourself. So what I want you to do is take any of these pills and magic potions, throw them in the trash. Don't even look at them. Get rid of them. And stop punishing yourself. Stop shaming your way to weight loss because it doesn't work. You're not going to shame those pounds off. Instead, forgive yourself. And then do it differently next time. Okay? Dust yourself off. I've got my little sweeper. Dust yourself off. Yes, it might be painful when you fell down and you were rolling around at the bottom feeling like crap. We've all been there, but dust yourself off, forgive yourself, but most importantly, instead of looking for a shortcut, just put yourself back on that horse. I got my hat on. This is supposed to be a cowboyish farm hat. But seriously, get right back on there, get right back on the horse, vow to do things differently. That keto bandwagon is coming around. It's going to pick you up. So just hop right back on. Nothing extreme is needed. Regular groceries, just one good decision is going to put you back on track. Just make one. You'll be amazed that one tiny decision will get you back on track and feeling good about yourself. It really does work. Just one tiny decision. Just do it. Then you'll be like, oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought. Yeehaw, right? So trust me on this one. And I know that this happens, and I want to explore that a little bit more in detail. So I'm going to link up a whole video for you, specifically a whole video right after this. It'll be all about how to start over after a cheat day. So I've got a whole video on just that topic. And I'll link that up next. That way you can just binge watch your heart's desire and get all that good information drilled back into your brain. Because we need that, right? We need to refill our brain with positive thoughts. You doing so good so far? Are you participating? Because remember the big spinner? We're going to do a giveaway today. Someone from the comments is going to get a copy of the Dirty Lazy Keto Get Started Guide. So chatter away. Ask a question. Share a moment where that happened to you. Have you ever found yourself in this situation? Share what shortcuts kind of tempted you. You're not alone. Don't be embarrassed. I think that if you put it out there and you say, man, I tried this dumb stuff and why did I do that? Put it down on paper, put it in the comments. It throws it out there and it gets it off your conscience and your guilt. And you say in the comments, I'm going to do things differently this time. Amen. It's motivating to put things in writing for your psyche. So do it. Yeah? Okay. So now we're on to number 3. We're moving along. We're moving. We're having fun. It's Friday. So number 3. A lot of you might be having just some innocent thoughts about these shortcuts, okay? Nothing, punishing, nothing mean to yourself, just innocent. Maybe some of you are thinking, I just want to, jumpstart ketosis. I want to speed things up. You're like, why would I use a screwdriver when I can use a drill? Okay? Now, have you ever tried to use a drill for too small of a job? It's like overkill. And then what happens to your screw? It gets all stripped, right? And it goes, and it falls on the ground, strips, and it just completely melts down the whole process. It doesn't work because you're trying to come at something that's really simple, just screwing in a quick screw with a screwdriver, and you're trying to come at it with machinery and overkill and medication and, too much. So let's put that away, okay? It's not going to speed anything up. In fact, I would like to argue that's not how weight loss works at all. Because you want to lose weight forever, right? A gimmick is going to be temporary. So yes, it might work for 5 seconds, but what happens after that? Put it in the comments if you know the answer. Yes, you might lose weight for 4 seconds if you're on some kind of liquid diet, right? If you're on some kind of starvation diet. If you're eating nothing but butter and beef, which would be protein and fat, or eggs, same thing, right? Protein and fat. If you're just eating foods like that all day long, yes, you'll probably lose some weight. But what happens next? Should I do that? Do. What happens after you go back to eating regular food? I know that you're dreaming everything's going to change. It'll be great, blah, 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 blah. But in reality, it's kind of like a boomerang effect. Right? I know this is not a boomerang, but it kind of looks like one in my very sad opinion. You do these kind of temporary measures. They might work for a second or two, but then boom, it comes right back and it hits you in the face. And then you realize you just gained all the weight back. The second you went back to your old ways, yeah? That's not good. You don't want that. So focus again on the prize today, on the get started tools that are going to help you with Dirty Lazy Keto and lose weight forever, right? That's the goal here. I want you to lose weight forever, not for 5 seconds, and then get swapped back in the head and then, be angry and depressed and fall off the horse and then come back. Oh, I just had smashed potatoes. And the next thing I know, we don't want that. So focus on the tried and true, on the stuff that works, all the tools that I give you in the Dirty Lazy Keto Get Started Guide. And the tools I'm sharing with you in the video, all of the videos really, and the support that you're getting online and in my newsletter, these are resources meant to keep you on the right track, not those gimmicks. So put away your credit card. Don't be looking at them. Don't even glance at them, okay? Put those away from now and put a stop to that because I want you to be cautionary. Beware of all of those gimmicks that will just make you feel disappointed, okay? Let's get rid of those. Yes, beware, beware, beware. They're just going to cause you a lot of heartache. So be cautionary when you start feeling those tempting feelings. Call them what it is. Put a red flag out and say to yourself, okay, I'm just feeling anxious. I'm just feeling nervous. I'm just worried. Call your feelings what they are. They're not going to go away. So just identify them, feel the feelings. It's true. Feel the feelings and then move on quickly. Okay. Dirty Lazy Keto is not something that is going to make you just be lucky. There's no weight loss luck that's happening. These are tried and true methods that will help you to get into ketosis and lose weight and keep it off for good. So it's not luck. Okay. It's not dumb luck. These are real principles that actually work. Yes, I'm wearing my lucky hat. It's very sexy. Come on. I'm trying to get you to pay attention and not drift off and not go, oh, I don't need to think about this today. Yes, you do. That's why you're here. You want to commit to yourself and just spend a few minutes of your day reminding yourself about what works and why you're doing it. And that's why I'm here, to be that person whispering in your ear saying, you can do it. That's my goal. I want to be that person for you, that cheerleader, yeah? So get out your book and remember to read it. Okay, so that was 1, 2, and 3. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, well, these, gimmicks, these shortcuts, these egg fasts, the beef and butter, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you're just being innocent here. You're not trying to be devious and be mad at yourself. Maybe your deep desire is just to make everything easier. Could that be it? Maybe you're thinking, well, if I buy a bunch of stuff that says keto on it, supplements, pills, powders, what have you, it'll just make it easier. I won't have to think about it. Has anyone ever had that experience? I get it. I've actually had a lot of beginners come to me and the channel and to the program, the lifestyle, and they'll say, well, I went, first day, they're like, well, I went to the store and I bought everything that said keto, and then I ate it all. The cereal was so good, and the ice cream was great, and then I had the frozen pancakes and waffles. Those were good too. I ate all the keto food, but I didn't lose weight. And I'm like, oh. Now, I get that you want to make things simpler, right? You want it to be easy. But instead of taking shortcuts like that, which I don't recommend at all, try working on building the basics yourself, all by yourself. But instead of taking those kinds of shortcuts, maybe try making the ingredients a little bit more shortcuts. Make your meal prep full of shortcuts. You might buy like pre-prepped meat, like a rotisserie chicken or pre-cooked bacon. Have you ever tried things like that with your meal plan? That is going to be the type of shortcut that will get you longer, more successful, more to the goal. I know those aren't grammatically correct sentences, but you get my point. It gets you there, right? Snacks, like reaching in your purse or your backpack and grabbing some pre-packed almond snacks or some low-carb nut type of product. That is going to be a big deal. These are helpful types of shortcuts, right? You want to have those beef jerkies or nut butters on hand. So when you have a craving, you're not like, okay, where's the nut butter jar? Now I have to get a spoon. Now I have to get a bowl, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm going to measure out a teaspoon or a tablespoon or whatever it is. You got them in a pouch. It's ready to go. Boom. See what I'm saying? It makes the whole snack process, the meal prep process easier. So find ways, like frozen prepped products. Like here is a pepper stir fry frozen medley. Costs like $1. You can make some kind of a, chicken strip, giant pan fry, stick it in the oven with some olive oil, some chicken, some fajita type spices. Boom, you got dinner. That's the kind of shortcut you want to take, not the swilling and, pill popping stuff like that. I'm always a fan of getting vegetables that are easier to grab than harder. Like, for example, celery stalks or pre-washed vegetables that you can cook in the microwave or cook right in your air fryer without a lot of, to do. So do you have a product that you can share that's a shortcut? Because that would be helpful. Put it in the comments. The more ideas we generate to help one another, the better. And it can be as simple as a cheese stick. Hello. A cheese stick is very important on the keto diet. You are not going to have time, when you're having a craving to like get out your block of cheese and your big block board, and then I'm going to get out my knife set and I'm going to cut a small sliver and I'm going to just determine how many ounces it is. We don't have time for all that. So if you are trying to take some kind of shortcut like an egg fast with the goal of making the keto diet easier, try taking these kinds of shortcuts instead. Got it? I know, that's a good tip. And I have a whole video on making the keto diet more convenient, and I can also link that up. So I know that might be of interest to you. So many videos. I think I have like 150 right now. I know, isn't that nuts? And I will take requests, so make sure to put that in the comments too. Or if you just need a link to something, say, hey, do you have a video on, keto flu? I'll say, yes, I do. And then I'll provide you with the link. It's okay to ask those kind of questions in the comments. So let's wrap it up. Number 5. A lot of you out there, you're looking at these kind of shortcuts simply because you want to gain momentum, perhaps. Maybe you want to get the ball rolling. Yeah, here's my red ball. You want to get that ball rolling. You want to get some confidence in yourself. Does that sound like familiar to anyone? And I get that. But here's the thing, getting that ball rolling doesn't have to be by doing some kind of beef and butter nonsense. It can be regular food from the regular grocery store, right? Simple meals with simple meal shortcuts like we talked about. And then yes, this is very cringeworthy, but then take baby steps, okay? That's all you really need here. And it's so ironic, isn't it? Because you think, I got to do big steps to make a big difference. But really, it's the baby steps, the tiny steps, are the ones that make the most impact. And just to reassure you, wherever it is you're trying to go in this process, whatever your goal is, I got my map of New York, Manhattan here, but wherever it is you're trying to go, just do it one step at a time. You don't have to overwhelm yourself and be like, I got to be perfect. I got to do that. No, the best way to get from point A to point B is just to walk there and to go at it in very small steps and enjoy the process and look around and see, what's going on and learn little things along the way. That's going to be the most impactful method toward long-lasting weight loss. And that's what Dirty Lazy Keto is all about. Bada bing. Right? Can I get an amen? Come on, you guys. You are not alone on this. I am totally here to support you, top to bottom, front to back, 24 hours, 365 days a year. I am right here to support you and to cheer for you every step of the way. And I have plenty of resources, and Egg Fast is not going to be one of them. But I've got plenty of resources to help you. So make sure you're on the mailing list. If not, go to dirtylazyketo.com, enter in your email, and then check your junk folder because the first email comes automatically. But I'll send you those reminders. I'll send you encouraging low-carb recipes, fun tips, links to possible problems you might be having, and ideas for how to problem solve. So I'll send that all to you, and it's free. So make sure that you sign up. And if you don't get the email and you're like, I signed up and nothing happened, go to that junk folder and do a quick search for me. Search for Stephanie at dirtylazyketo.com. And oh my gosh, all my emails will be hiding there. You'll see them. And you may have to go to the very first one to acknowledge and say, yes, I agree. She can send me stuff. Sometimes your server or your email people, they might block me. And so you have to do that in order to receive your emails. But it's free. So I'm here to support you guys. Dirty Lazy Keto works. It's flexible. It's easy to do. And it works. That's the most important part, right? Weight loss transformation is possible. And I believe that you can do it. So let me give you a round of applause. Give yourself a round of applause. Clap, 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 clap. Clap, 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 clap. Come on.